Good morning, guys. Just down at the waterfront this morning. We got about a mile of trail to go in. We're going to detect right along the shore. Got a couple spots that we figure, Colonial route down there. And it's pretty swampy, so the mosquitoes are going to be terrible. I'm walking. John brought his bike, and he didn't tell me he was biking, so he's going to zoom way ahead of me, no doubt. Leave me for the bugs, but we'll see how this goes. We'll see you guys in there. Surface find. Haven't even started to walk the trail yet. There you go. First piece of jewelry for the day. The dog found that one, actually. You want me to put that on your paw, buddy? If the girls were here, they'd dress them up, but we're not having none of that today. It's boys only. There's a rabbit up there on the trail, but the dog doesn't see it yet. Get out of the water. Look, he's just sitting there. Go get him, buddy. Gage. Look at what kind of hunting dog are you? There he goes. Go get him. Well, I didn't take long. John said, "See you later." Holy cripes! I got about 10 mosquitoes on me right now. I feel like I'm detecting with Mad Max here. He's got his bike all weaponized. Shouldn't that shovel be on the front, John? Oh, the shotgun goes on the front, he says. Holy crap, it's bad. Oh, so bad right now. Show you guys my hand. Watch this. There's literally 150 mosquitoes buzzing around my head right now. And we're walking on the trail, so think of how bad it's going to be when we get off in the bush there. And that's why it's bad. Just off the trail here, it's swamp. It's all standing water, if you can see in there. And a mile of trail here. And on each side of the trail, it is swampland, so you got to be crazy to come down here this time of year. Even the poor dog's whimpering. I feel bad for him. The mosquitoes are getting him so good. Keep running, buddy. Keep running. Just crazy the amount of water in here right now this year. The lake is so high. Both sides right full of water. I don't even know if we can get to these foundations. They might be flooded right now. I can hear a boat out on the lake, so we're getting close. Okay, so I just filmed there for you guys for 10 seconds. Look at my hand. I'm not even joking. Look at my freaking hand. That's, 10 seconds of holding the camera for you guys. I had a bad feeling about that. Look at how much water the trail has washed out. Well, I wore my friggin' I didn't wear my my wet boots, so son of a friggin' not happy about that. Oh, they're wet. They're fucking wet. Well, I guess that's my fault for not wearing the my hammock boots. Big old snake sunning himself right here on the rocks. Don't know if you guys can hear that. It sounds like a tractor running off 300 yards in the bush there. It's not, it's mosquitoes. Sounds like friggin' machinery running. I've never been in here, but it looks, I mean, it looks good. It looks like a 300-year-old clearing. Definitely we're on some kind of old road or trail here. So right here, guys, is the foundation. John says there's a few of them in here. I mean, it looks like a prime spot. It definitely was cleared out. I like the look of that spot right there. We need something here. It's just so bad, the bugs. This might help a little bit. Just get a smudge going here. The wind's blowing in the right direction for where we want to detect anyway. I honestly don't know that it'll help, but we got to try something. Got some new gloves to try today. They're actually leather. I'm not going to buy the cheap ones anymore because they don't last. 3-4 hunts and they're done. So no more lady gloves for this guy. So John just dug a 78 penny and a loonie over there in the clearing where we came in. And I got a pie plate down here in the bottom of this old foundation. Pretty exciting. So that stone right there is the edge of the foundation. It is a monster foundation in here. It's got to be almost 30 feet. That big tree back here. The top of the foundation is right through here. Some more stone right here. Right there. And there's the back of it, right there. It's about 30 feet across. There's some old bricks here too at the back. Maybe we can get a date off something. And I can see a piece of metal sticking out right here. Some kind of hook. But there's a lot of moss on these old bricks. JT Company, I think. And this one says TG or TC. Well, I guess that'd be the same. Probably that part right there. T Company. T Company. Right here in the foundation, guys. Look at that. That is an excellent sign. Big old square nail. Well, there's an old cap off of something. I don't know. But there's also some glass down here in the hole, so... really hard to see on the phone, seeing I'm as in friggin' jungle right here. But there's a clearing over there. And I've come through, almost looks like, you know, a 150, 200-year-old road that I've walked in here. It's a little clearer than the rest of the bush. There's another big pile of bricks right here. And then if you look behind me, it's the ground is kind of clear again, and it goes off in that direction. And there's a great big elm tree right there, like a 150-year-old elm tree, huge base on it. That was probably planted in here when they put the buildings in. I've walked over to that big elm tree to show you guys. The base of this thing is just massive. I mean, that's a 200-year-old tree for sure. And it's the only one around here that I can see that big. I mean, there's some other big ones, 100-year-old, but nothing like this guy. So there's the big tree behind me, and as I come through another 30 yards, it opens up again right here at the lake. I'll flip the camera and show you guys. And it's kind of open like old road style right here, and there are all kinds of signals, iron, right here. Kind of a nice nice old clearing here. So I decided to dig one of these iron signals just to see what it is, and it's some kind of big old spike. So there was something here in this clearing. I don't know what. See if we can find a good signal worth digging. It's all roots here, so it's very, very hard to dig. Just show you guys my arm. You can count about 15 mosquitoes on there at any given time. Even my poor dog's getting bitten to death. Anybody? Yeah, they're getting you, eh? I know. Well, solid 65. I had hope there for a second, but it's just an old grommet of some kind. We'll move on. So we got an old salt top here, that's John's find, and something weird. We don't know what this square is. Really heavy duty. Almost looks like silver. It's folded in on itself. What is that? We don't know. Mystery. Here's the edge that he hit with his shovel, and that, man, that looks like silver. What? It's like it's hollow. Mm-hmm. It's got a real weird ring to it too.
A silver ring.
It does sound like silver. That's weird. I'm gonna have to call him Johnny Clad. At least he's found some coins today, right out here in the opening, where everybody comes and camps, I guess. Handful of pocket change and an old spoon and that weird... I swear that's silver, I don't know. So taking a closer look at this spoon, it's old. It's actually brass with very high copper content, you can tell. And heavy, heavy, heavy. They've turned it into a fishing lure. Whoever had this back in the day, they drilled a hole in the top of it and they made a fishing spoon out of a real spoon. Oh, awesome. I was not expecting this, guys. A good overload here. I dug it up and I felt this end first. I'm like, oh, well, whatever. But look at the end of this. That's the old school style.
Yeah.
That is old.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice one.
Oh, yeah.
It's complete.
It is. It's not even broken. That right there makes my trip. I've never found one like that.
That's cool. Well, now we know.
Look at that. I cleared it out. It's not broken. Ah, that's better than finding a silver coin. Really, I'm that stoked. That's a rare find to not have it broken like that. Ah, look what I found. And I'm actually a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Surface find. It's not broken. I'm going to keep that little guy and put him on my shelf. That's too funny. John said he just found a musket ball. And then I've got this big old spike here. Yeah, that's period for sure. So here's an old file right here, guys. Came out of the same place as that bottle top. So this could be the old dump site right here. So we're just working our way along the lake edge and we got another foundation here. So it's hard to see on the camera, but the edge of the wall goes right there and then that way. So when we step up here, we're actually inside it right now. And I can see a rock wall right there. Old piece of crosscut saw here. So now here we're on the back side, you can see some of the rock wall a little better. Right up through there is where I showed you guys, we just walked through here. Again, so I don't know if it was a house or what, but... So this place might be a better place to come back in the fall, because right now things, even though it's early spring, things are still overgrown. You know, the weeds and everything are up over our knees and full of ferns. All in this second foundation is right full of ferns and stuff, so can't really swing in there right now. It's a little thick to be swinging in there at this time of year. It's just right full of ferns. Look at this clearing, guys. Wow. That's 150 feet across to the back there. So, I mean, I don't know what was here 150 years ago, but there was lots of buildings and things here. So there's got to be treasures. It's just really hard to swing right now with all the grass and the mosquitoes. I don't know. That's got to be some kind of water bird making that noise, because I don't know what that was. Anyway, I was going to say, I was going to actually ask you guys, you know, do you enjoy these kind of adventures? And then I thought, I really don't care. This is all I can do this time of year. I know we don't find the most exciting things, but I'm getting out, we're hitting the bush, and we're trying, and that's all we can do this time of year. The bugs are just so bad. And okay, just a quick roundup. You guys have seen most of this stuff, so I'm not going to go over all of it again, but a bunch of coins, a big old fishing weight added on here at the end, bottle opener, piece of a belt, not that old we don't think, but definitely a good site to come back when we can swing a little better, either early spring or late fall. Ah, here we go again. Son of a... Jeez. Ooh, fuck, deep spot! Oh. Check this out, just off the trail here. Big old dead porcupine. I gotta go before the dog gets in that. Go, keep going, nothing to see there.